Hey guys, MrCookie here, and welcome back to Advanced Warfare. I just made a YouTube community post about this, so I'll leave that in the description if I can, so you can see the full story. But basically, a couple months ago, I moved up into this place I'm in now, while my old place downstairs in this apartment got renovated. Also, so I don't have to answer like 50,000 different comments about why I'm playing with bots, I don't have Call of Duty installed on my PlayStation, and then for some reason my Xbox also won't let me connect to online on Call of Duty. It either, like, every time I play one, it either freezes up or it will refuse to connect to online. I get stuck in like a server queue or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with my Xbox. I got to figure out something weird with that. And obviously, PC Call of Duty is just not safe to play online. I thought in this video, I decided, you know what, I want to tell you a story. I think it was part 4 in my Slime Rancher 2 series, where I talked about, like, a little dream that I had, and I wanted to do another one. Just, like I said, moving into a new place, and I also just wanted something different to record. I also kind of just wanted an excuse to play Advanced Warfare. That's what this video is about now. This particular dream is one of them lucid dreams, and if you don't know what that is, a lucid dream is basically literally just a dream where you know you're dreaming while you're having the dream. So, like, imagine you wake up in this weird place and you're like, hold on, something's not right. I'm in a dream right now. Like, and then that's basically literally that's all that it is. I've had a couple dreams like that so far. There's a lot of them where I realized I was in the dream and then I just woke up immediately. So I don't really count those as my first, like, actual lucid dream. But then there's the video in Slime Rancher 2 that I made where I count as my actual dream, where it was just like, you know, I was in my bedroom, realized I was in a dream, and then just kind of walked around and experienced stuff. I also kind of forgot what the melee button is on PC. Wait, oh, it's E. I could have sworn I pressed E on that guy. And this particular dream that I had took place inside of my room. I woke up and I realized I was in a dream pretty much immediately, and the dream started in this exact room that I'm in right now, and I was walking outside of my room to go into the living room, and I noticed my grandma hanging out in the living room. Normally, my grandma being in my living room wouldn't normally be that big of a problem, but my grandma has unfortunately been passed away for about 4 years now at this point, so I knew, since she was there, and it wasn't just like seeing her in like a little picture, and I knew because of the fact that she was physically present in the building with me, it had to be a dream, because, well, she can't be walking around in real life, she's dead. So I did this little thing where I look at my hands and, like, count the fingers on them. So, like, just to make absolute certain that I actually am 100% in fact inside of a dream. And basically what happened when I did that was, like, I counted my fingers, and they were all, like, twisted and warped around. They just did not look like, you know, normal human hands. Upon having this realization, I immediately tried to do all that cool stuff that people talk about in those lucid dreaming videos, you know, where you're able to, like, fly and teleport and all this other crazy shit that people do. But I wasn't able to do any of that. I tried creating, like, a portal. I tried doing all this other weird fancy stuff. It was not working. No matter how hard I tried, I could not do it. And then very quickly after me trying to do this, I inevitably woke up from the dream, because it was like I was lost complete control, woke up, and all that stuff. And then after that, I immediately tried to go back into the dream. It just fell right back asleep, tried to go right back, you know, do a little reset, try again. This time, what ended up happening was I was able to, well, re-enter the exact same dream, essentially. Like, I was back in my room, everything looked the exact same as my room did in that particular dream. And the way I noticed that I was back in the dream this time was I looked at my computer monitor and the digital clock on it, and it read out the time 58:24. I mean, if you guys know anything about, like, digital clocks, like 12-hour clocks, you know, 24-hour clocks, or military time, as most people probably call it, you would know that that is not, physically cannot be a time that actually exists. Like, 58:24 is not a possible time on this planet. So that I then realized, oh, I'm probably back in the dream again, and I started doing my little trick where I start counting my fingers just like that, and I once again realized, hey, I'm in a dream right now. And this time, everything was a little weird. Everybody that was in the dream last time was gone. Like, I woke up, nobody was there. It's basically like time had moved forward while I was trying to, like, get back in there. and start doing stuff again. So this time I decided, you know what, I'm gonna venture out into the living room. I'm gonna be a little adventurous, start exploring the place, exploring the dreamland and whatnot. Actually, what I did, I walked out in the living room. No one was there except for this random dude. And this dude, not even a part of my family. I don't know how this dude got into the apartment, but he was just kind of chilling out there in the kitchen, drinking a beer or something, or doing whatever he was doing. I don't really remember the full details, but he's doing something. This is gonna sound not believable at all, but I walked up to him and asked, like, hey man, how do I create portals and stuff? Like, because I wanted to do that in dreams. Like, everyone talks about doing that when in their dreams when they're aware. It's like, I want to do that stuff too. He looked at me weirdly for a second. It's like, how the fuck do you know you're dreaming? What's happening here? I was like, very confused, as I mean, you probably would be if someone asked you that question. And he was like, oh, well, he's like this weird old man quote. I was like, well, it's not as complicated as you might think it is. I was like, okay, thanks, man. Don't really know what that to do with that information, but thanks for letting me know, I guess. And then I went back into my room, tried to, you know, start creating portals and stuff like that all over again, because, you know, it's still, if I'm in the dream, that's what I want to do. I want to do all the cool stuff that people talk about when they say that they're aware that they're in their dreams. And I once again failed. I couldn't do any cool things. I couldn't create any cool portals or do anything crazy like that. It was not happening. And still, this time, just couldn't do it. But unlike the last time where I tried it and, like, basically immediately woke up upon failing, I managed to stay in the dream this time and actually still be able to walk around and at least, you know, do something with my time. And I decided, well, since portals don't work, maybe I can just teleport outside of the building. Like, I'll try and snap my fingers, teleport outside my window, and be, you know, in the outside place. To which that also did not work at all. It you know, it wasn't able to really do that. Couldn't make that work. So I just decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna walk outside like a normal human being would. And that's exactly what I did. And I also noticed before doing that, as I was trying to teleport like outside from my bedroom, I noticed that the apartment directly next to mine was under construction still. And in real life, that's not the case. It's like fully constructed and people are living inside of it. So that was even further clarification that I was in a dream right now. Like, as if I needed any more to begin with. So with this newfound knowledge that I have been in a dream, and I've absolutely confirmed in multiple ways that I am 100% am in there, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go outside, walk around, like I was saying earlier. That's exactly what happened. I went outside and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go explore the town. And I don't know why this was the case, but when I got outside, and even like my own apartment that I was sitting in, like actively right now, it just for some reason felt way more real than real life. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was this very weird instance where the dream, like, all the colors were like way more bright and like colorful looking. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, you kind of get the point, I think. Like, it just felt way more real than real life somehow. I don't know why it did, but like, it just did. It felt more real than real life. And I went on an adventure, and since I couldn't like control my dreams and, you know, teleport to all these and fly to all these cool places, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take a walk around town and just see what's going on, see what's up, see what the new dream town that I live in is looking like. Walking past the apartment, and I walked down the street, and I kept doing, like, counting my fingers to keep seeing if I was in a dream. And each time I did, like, I counted my fingers, and my fingers were still warped and all weird. So I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely still in a dream, because that's not how hands are supposed to look. And after a little while of walking, I ended up passing this apartment that, you know, a little, like, down the street. And this girl came out of the parking lot, like, grabbed my hand, and was like, you want to go get ice cream? Obviously very, very weird, but I mean, it was like, you know, okay, might as well. It was like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking deny ice cream, you know? It's like, I want ice cream. So, and she was just holding my hand the entire time and being, like, super, super friendly. So I don't know what's happening there, but apparently I have a dream girlfriend, which is pretty cool, I guess. Kinda sucks that I can't even get a girl to hug me in real life, but, you know, it's good progress, though. After a while of walking, we made it to this little ice cream place, and I noticed in this dream, it was in this exact same building that like this old ice cream place was at when I was like really young. Like nowadays, if I walk to that same place, it's completely shut down. Like all the windows are boarded up and everything like that. But in the dream, it was fully functional and everything was there. So like even further clarification that I was 100% in a dream, no questions asked. We were kind of like conversating about like what kind of flavors we were gonna get. There's like crazy things like chocolate, you know, vanilla, strawberry, you know, all the normal ice cream flavors, cookie dough, all this crazy stuff. There's like crazy flavors too that I never even knew existed. Like there's like some like pumpkin pie flavored ice cream. There's like there's a bunch of weird ones. Pumpkin ice cream kind of sounds pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That I kind of want to try that. And there was all these people. They were all interacting, having like normal human conversations. A bunch of old ladies working the counters at this place. And just before I went to claim my prize, eat fantasy, unreal dream ice cream, I knew exactly what I was going to get. I was going to get, like, you know, like a little, like, cookie dough ice cream action, because it's, like, probably one of my favorite ice cream flavors. I'll like some, you know, I like the cookie dough stuff. And the second I walk up to, like, say, like, hey, I want this, I want to eat this, I want to have this, and I'm going to have a great time eating it. What happened was I immediately woke up. The second I started to order I was so upset. Like, I tried my best to re-enter the dream at that point again, because I wanted to eat that ice cream, because I felt like if the world around me felt way more realistic, that ice cream was probably going to be the best thing that I've ever tasted in my entire life. I mean, you guys may think I'm crazy for saying that, but, you know, logically speaking, like, I mean, let's be totally honest here. Like, if the dream world itself felt way more real, the ice cream probably tastes way more real than real ice cream was about to taste like. So, like, I was about to have a little flavor party in my mouth, and just, like, have a little, like, ice cream orgasm or something, and it was about to be the greatest time ever. But nah, it did not happen. It didn't come to fruition. It was not able to be the case, and it just wasn't able to happen. I am just determined to go back and have another lucid dream and eat ice cream in it. Like, that is like my only goal now. Like, forget all the weird stuff people say about creating dream characters, teleporting, flying, all that crazy stuff. I just want to eat ice cream. That is my newfound goal. I want to eat ice cream inside of a dream, and that's all I want to do now. Basically, all that happened during the dream. Like, nothing really else special happened. I was just kind of walking through my town, stopped to get ice cream, and then woke up. And, like, I would normally go into full detail about everything that I saw in the dream, but it's, like, literally the exact same town that I currently live in, like, the exact same area. So, like, I probably don't want to go into full detail about what the place looks like, considering I still live there, and, you know, I don't want to, you know, like, just accidentally dox myself trying to explain what my dream looked like. That probably wouldn't be a good idea. If you guys want me to make more videos about this, like, please let me know. I mean, I'm more than happy to do, like, even just tell my other random dream stories. Now, there are some that, you know, have a little in it, so you can't really talk about those on YouTube. So, like, unless the day comes where I decide to, you know, make an OnlyFans, I can't really talk about those dreams. If you guys want me to talk about more dreams that I've had, like, I will absolutely do it. No matter how embarrassing the dream might be, I will tell you every single detail that I can remember. But outside of that, though, that's pretty much it for this video. So, hey, if you like the video, press the like button, subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you in the next video.